Lost Marbles Farm. It's Jessie here. There's been a lot going on. In case you haven't noticed, we haven't had any new videos in a long time, several months, and that is because we have just had too many things to deal with, and it's just been absolutely overwhelming. Look at this girl. Look at Jolene. Jolene, say hi. She is fat as a tick, and so is, let me show you, Franny. She's literally, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she exploded right here on video. Look at that. Look at that. She is about to pop. And I know it's any day now, but it's you know, when you're waiting for an animal to have their baby, it's worse than my pregnancies as far as waiting forever. It just lingers every day. You check them and you're like, why are you still holding on to your baby? So I know they're probably all going to kid at one time. I'll have babies everywhere, but it's my favorite time of the year, so I'm kind of excited about it. One of the things, the changes that we've had recently is we are downsizing for this year, possibly the next year. That's not for certain, but this year we definitely are downsizing. I'm only keeping 2 does, and so I'm selling 2 of them. The 2 I'm selling is Jolene. If I can get this camera to work. Jolene and her mama Franny. They're both pregnant. I love you too, but please don't lick my leg. They're both pregnant, due any day. They are great mamas, excellent mamas. And if you've seen my videos, if you've watched, get down. I'm sorry, look what I'm dealing with. Oh, God. Slobbery Hagrid. Whew, man, he's fragrant. Anyway, they're both great mamas. They're great milkers. So somebody's going to get 2 amazing goats. So reach out to me if you're interested in Jolene or Franny. Like I said, I think they both have at least triplets. Franny may have quads. Last year, Jolene gave us quads. That's the younger one right here. That's Jolene, that's Franny. She did give us quads and great milker, great amount of milk off of both of them. Anyway, speaking of downsizing, we have some financial goals we're trying to meet. So my husband has taken a different contract with his job, and he is gone a lot for the next year. So we're trying to keep things as simple as possible. So I'm eliminating the extra goats that we really don't need right now and just retaining the 2, one of which, Delilah Jane, is Eva's goat. So that's hers. Daisy May is my goat that I got from a baby from one of my sister's goats. And those 2 are the only ones that we are keeping. I hate getting rid of the 2 girls up there, but we just have to make this decision. It's the best thing for our family. Hello, girls. Hello. Here are our 2024 garden plans. It's a mess. Y'all just gonna have to overlook it. I did grow a little bit of spinach. This little square right here is it. That's all I'm gonna do right now for this year. Just some pepper and tomato plants a little bit. There's my Ella campaign, fabulous. The scapes are coming up. See the little scapes? This is that hardneck variety that does so well. These are my echinacea, and they've got little, they're fixing to start blooming. That has gotten thicker and is spreading. So the main garden area, I know there's a lot of weeds there. It's a long story. Our plan is, since we're not putting anything in here, I've already added a whole bunch of poop, like manure, old horse manure and rabbit, and I'm fixing to add chicken when I clean out the chicken coop. We're spreading that out, and then we're taking cardboard, laying it out, and then we're doing the wood chips, which I've got thanks to our friends with the electric company. They don't keep us in well supply of dumping wood chips. So I'm going to cover everything with wood chips and just let it rest for the year. And then maybe after a month or 2, I'm going to get some little, you know, that plastic like mesh construction type fencing that's orange, but they also make it in other colors. This stuff. I'm going to get a couple of rolls of that and just go around the garden cut a hole into the side of this chicken pen and just let them have their way. Dig it up, you know, poop all in it, whatever you want to do. It is your world for this summer. So that way it keeps the weeds down, it keeps bugs out. It lets them give extra fertilizer, because we don't want next spring to come around and we've got all these wood chips binding up the nitrogen in our soil. If you've ever watched the Back to Eden Garden documentary, you'll know what I'm talking about. The good thing is this is aged. This is really old wood chips, so that's newer. So I'm going to try to just use mainly that on the garden, and heavy with the manure, and hopefully that'll keep it good. Here's our asparagus. I'll pick some of that. And as you can see, all of these are bean plants from last year. Volunteers. That's why you need to plant heirloom seeds, because I could literally grow, like, all those are beans. I could literally grow a whole garden out of doing nothing, never planting, because they just fell off the old bean plants. Here are I'm going to focus on my berries. Here's my raspberries. They look absolutely fantastic. I'm excited about those. And my blackberries. I got a little bit more work to do on them as far as getting some mulch down in between the rows, and they need to be hit with some more fertilizer right here. But they look great. Over there, I've already got some with some blossoms. My bees are doing great. I thought they did not make it, but they did. I need to get the weed eater out here. But they look great. Very happy. Hopefully we'll get some good honey this year. Anyway, the apple trees are growing apples. Last year we had some for the first time ever, and this year there's a whole lot more. So I'm telling you right now, I am so excited about our apple trees. Here's where our watermelons were last year. So I picked sweet potatoes to plant here. I piled up a bunch of dirt and planted them in these mounds. There's 6 per mound. The reason why is because sweet potatoes are super easy. They're very low maintenance, and they keep really well in the cellar and for a long time, and for us to eat. And if we don't get around to eating them, they're great for the pigs. So I planted them because they're super low maintenance, and that's what I need this year, super low maintenance. So I can't remember if I actually did a video on this or not, but a couple of years ago we had this whole hillside dozed, cleared off, and last year it was actually me. Oh, there's a turkey. I don't think you can see it. She's right there. Anyway, I actually was the one that got the tractor and disked the whole thing. Isaac and I seeded it. We fertilized it. And it has grown in very well. We have just finally within the last few months started putting the horses on it, because we wanted to let it get really good and established. And then I just bush hogged it a couple of days ago, and I'm just so thankful to have the area to clear off to get a little bit more pasture, because even though we have a lot of acreage, most of it is woods, and only about 2-3 maybe acres was pasture. So we cleared all this off, seeded it, and then we also have another pasture. There's a creek here. Across this creek there is another small pasture that we have seeded. So this is looking really good. I'm actually up here on the upside of this. So the great thing about goats is you see all these briars. I'm gonna move this. This is a fence row that needs to be cleaned up. But anyway, I'm gonna take down all that fence, move it, and encompass this around here and come back, meet it over here, because the goats will tear that up. They will eat all that stuff. Hello. Look how big Miss Maple and Nutmeg are. They have grown a whole lot and they have a friend. Yes, I know we're downsizing, but we still got to eat. So we have acquired a little Kuni boar named Bullseye. Hey, Bullseye. He is as sweet as you can get. He loves belly rubs. So hopefully we did see some activity of him with the ladies the other day. So hopefully in a little over 3 months, we will get some bacon seeds. So we're going to extend some of this pasture for pigs and goats. The goats are going to take care of the weeds. The pigs are just going to graze. And look at this. For some reason, this likes to puddle right here. So they're going to have their own little wallow for when it gets hot. Of course, it will dry up when it gets super hot, but it does stay kind of wet here for a good portion of the year. This we actually had cleared out to put our house. We were going to put our house up here and overlook this, but COVID. And I think everybody's got but COVID stories. So COVID hit, prices shot up, and so did our dreams. They got shot down. So we had to go with plan B, the cheapest route, which was to build on the flat area down there. This, however, is not it's not in vain. We're going to build a barn up here eventually, and it'll just be an additional area for critters. Okay. Whew, sorry, that was almost ran up that hill. A little winded. Here's our other pasture. Again, this was all woods, and we had walked around it and saw that it was really flat. So we knew that it would do well to turn into a pasture. So that's what we did. It's not a big pasture, but it is, we got a good amount of grass seed in here, a good mix, and it's doing really well. We've had the horses on here occasionally. I know that horses are beautiful and they have their purpose. One day we may have to rely on them, but as of right now, they are simply a source of entertainment or pleasure, just for pleasure riding. And as some people say, it keeps your kids off drugs. So my daughter is obsessed with horses, just like her mama. And down here, it overlooks our spring. Just wanted to show you where I was on the other side, was standing over here when I was talking about this field over here. So anyway, that's our 2 pastures, our 2 additions to what we already had, which is going to help greatly to manage our food source for the animals. Anyway, so that's kind of what's going on this year. I just wanted to come on here to let you know where we're still alive. And I'm sorry that we are not as involved as we have been with making videos, instructional videos and stuff like that. Hopefully in years to come, we'll be able to pick back up. But if you've been homesteading for any length of time, you'll know it's not an easy path to take. There are curveballs along the road and you have to learn to adjust to them. This is us adjusting to them. I'm just taking a step back from doing things and cutting things out that we absolutely don't need for the betterment of our family. And I'm not gonna, I only have so much time in a day, and some of you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I will try to shoot little videos here and there as I can, but just know that we're a little swamped in this season of life. We're in the trenches right now. So stay tuned. I will try to get at least a little bit of short videos of the goat kids when they finally arrive. Maybe I'll even have time to video the labor or in the delivery. We'll just have to see. All right, you guys, I hope y'all take care. I hope y'all are having a wonderful 2024 this year, despite everything going on in the world. And I know it's crazy. And I hope that you're having great success on your farms and your gardens. If you feel like it's, leave me a comment. Tell me what your plans are this year. How do things look different for your homestead? So anyway, y'all take care. We'll see you on the next video.